It's cold. Heading to the warehouse. It's a really big day today. We're getting the warehouse, the storage portion of the warehouse organized, and there's a lot of work to do, hence the very early morning. It's a solid 17 degrees. Feels like it feels cold. I don't know why they ever do the it feels like on the television. It's cold. Not a lot of traffic early this morning. Wonder why. Let's check the old thermometer in here and see how cold it is. 47. That's perfect. I think 47 is a great working temperature when you're inside. Who left this mess here? I gotta launder this stuff. This is from our last bins haul video. I should probably get it into a bag or something. When I say that only 5% of resellers will ever scale up to this level of reselling, I don't mean that as an insult to anyone. So if you are insulted or offended by it, that's 100% on you. That's not on me. The reason I'm saying that is because it's just the reality. And just because we did or are in the process of scaling, it doesn't mean you have to. There's really two types of reselling. Let me display them right here. One of them is a lot of fun. There's not a lot of stress. And it's a really good time because it's constant treasure hunting and it's just fun, high dollar flips. Good old times, no overhead, no employees, fun, fun, fun. And then you have this one down here. Stress, overhead, costs, numbers, analytics, employees, insurances, cost. So there's really two ways, right? There's really two ways. The first one is fun. That's how we started. Pay off debt, have a good time, flip stuff. Once in a while, you don't really care about real big consistencies. You know, you can make your $300-400 by one transaction, be done for the week. You don't care. You can shut it off for 6 months. You can shut it off for a month. You can do it for 2 months. You can do whatever. And then there's this version of it. This version of it requires a lot of time and effort. Tons of time, tons of effort, and it requires a lot of analysis. It requires a lot of business. It requires skills, education. It requires a lot of effort. It really does. It also is very demanding. It wants experience. A lot of the things that some people do have and some people don't have, and that's okay. Now, do you want to get to this level? You can. You really can. It's just a grind to get here. And it's still a grind for us to continue scaling because we're not content with where we're at right now and we have a lot to work on. This is why I'm here Saturday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's the reality of it, right? You can sleep in, you can take a nap, you can take it easy when you're just kind of having fun and doing it part-time. So again, if you're offended and you're the keyboard warrior, you want to get those all caps ready and how dare you, it's up to you to be defended. I'm just telling you the reality and the main difference between most resellers that you're going to see on YouTube or Instagram or just general, you know, wherever you look at content, and resellers that are scaling it into a $1 million plus revenue business with employees that basically it just kind of runs itself, right? A real business. Let's talk about the plan for this morning and this afternoon. I'll actually be here twice today. I wanted to get an early shift done to kind of do some of the nasty work, the dirty work, because it's really dirty and nasty. Then go home, eat breakfast, take a shower, relax for a little bit. And then Melinda and Jesse are actually going to her mom's house for the day. Then I'm coming back with my friend Zach, and then we're going to do some more assembly. The goal is to basically redesign or continue to design the warehouse. As you can see here, this row right here is the first row we ever built. It's completely full, and this is holding roughly 6,000 items or so. Wall number 2 here is holding another roughly 2,000 items, and that's the second expansion we did, and now it's time to do number 3, and you can see the skeleton of that right here. It's actually a double wall, and I'm really excited about that because it's going to add an additional 8,000 unit capacity to our warehouse. Once we finish putting up the shelves on this double stack or this double row here, then we have to actually take all of the items from the second row here, move them because it's all in alphabet, and so the stuff right here behind me, that's actually going to be empty, and then we can customize those shelves for other reasons. One of them being we're getting 4 pallets of unsorted goods in early next week, and we have to have space for that, and we have to start organizing. So we may have to do some different configurations as far as the shelves go. Right now the shelves are configured to host these 24 by 8 by 8 boxes that store all of our clothes and shoes inside of these small 10 by 14 poly bags. After the shelving is put up and after we move all of the inventory, then we have to reorganize the rest of the warehouse. As you can see in its current state, it's not good. We need to move stuff around, we need to get stuff off of the floor and utilize the vertical space that we have. It's a great thing that we have these tall ceilings. These shelves are actually 12 foot high, so we have an additional roughly 4 foot on top of that, which we're not going to utilize, but we do want to utilize all of our vertical space to make sure that we get the maximum amount of usage. And then of course, right in front of me, you can see the mezzanine area, and hopefully in another year or so, we expand up there and we have another 1,000 square foot of storage in the mezzanine. Let me walk you through the mess that we currently have here at the warehouse while it's under construction. We got some tools that I left over from the other day. These are temporarily just sitting here. This is how much work we got done. Just Zach and I and my friend Matt showed up at the end and helped us with a couple more. But we have all of these erect, and I think this is as far as I want to go. It's 2 for 6 more units all the way down here. We have the garage door in front of us, which obviously we need to get all of this stuff moved because, well, how else are we going to get 4 pallets of inventory in? If I give you a bird's eye view, what you just got was a giraffe view because of my height, and now this is a bird's eye view. So like I mentioned, these are 12 foot high, and you can see this is roughly 1,000 square foot of space. That's like I mentioned, this is the first row we ever built. That one is the second one we ever built. This is the third one we're building. And then garage door, there's a human door, which eventually we want to move the shipping station right there, hence we left that space. Then we have SAS shoes we need to get on top of shelves, Red Wing shoes we need to get on top of shelves, coats I think we're going to leave, but we might do something different with those, I don't know yet. And then all of the stuff right over there we need to get up into its correct spaces. And then you can see the mezzanine a little bit better. Yeah, so the nice thing is that it already has joists, and half of it, if you see, you can kind of see the, I don't know if you can you see it? I think you can. The difference between a joist and there's concrete. So there's actually about 500 square feet already, you know, you can just start storing. And then we would have to build a floor on top of the joist. We decided to store like all the thick, heavy stuff, coats and like bibs and stuff on these racks for now. It's working pretty well. I don't know if I like that as a full-time solution. We also have some hard goods that I've slowly, that's a toy, don't worry about it. Hard goods that we're slowly moving from the garage so we can get our garage back, and then we can get that sold here in bulk. And then just a bunch of like random stuff there. This was here before we got here, and then some like tools and whatnot. So again, you can see this is very cramped and I can't really get to the garage door. So by Tuesday, all of this stuff has to be cleared. Enough blabbering, let's get to work. Step 1, I'm gonna make that thing, make music. Step 2, I need to clean these shelves before I put them up. As you can see up here, they're pretty disgusting. It's a lot of dead skin and oil and God knows what. We got all of this stuff used from a wholesaler. I'm actually picking up a pallet jack from them Monday as well. But they're really close by and it was awesome. Melinda just found the Facebook ad, answered it for that ladder actually, that one right there. And then we realized they're a wholesaler and they have like whatever you need. And it's like, great. So we spent like $4 grand in one trip and got all of the shelving and all of these carts and shopping carts and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, now for real, let's get to work. Got my first batch done right here. These are all clean. I also do need to inspect them and make sure that they're actually in decent condition too. So you can see there's some damage to this one. This one I can bend back. Obviously these are all used. This is what they should look like. All I'm doing is just grabbing some like rejects items and just wiping them down. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything wet right now. I think if I introduced wetness to it, it's probably gonna rust them out more, just like this little spot here. Plus it's just mostly dust and oil that I'm wiping off. Once I get them cleaned up, I'm just stacking them. And then I'm going to start putting them up myself, even though it's really hard and inefficient to do this part yourself for obvious reasons, even when you're a giant like me. But I'm going to just keep working, do as much as I can until about 9 o'clock, and then I gotta get out of here, take a break. Got my second batch done right here. These are ready to go. Quick reminder, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click that thumbs up button, it helps us. And then click the little bell that notifies you every time we go live or we upload a new video. We also created Flipped, the tracking app, as you can see right here. Download that from the App Store in Apple. If you're watching this video about 2 weeks from now, you're going to see it in the Android Google Store as well, the Google App Store as well. It's a tracking tool for resellers, specifically for those that are selling in multiple platforms. They want all of their information all in once. Collect your data, know your numbers, export your data at any time, and be tax ready anytime. If you want to financially support us, you can always buy something from our Poshmark closet and eBay store. Links are below. And if you want to support us for free, just watch our content, and you can literally just put videos on mute in the background, let them play, let the ads play, and we'll make a little bit of money. Thanks. Knowing that we can actually distance these shelves however we want to, what do you think would be a solution to get all of this stuff off of the racks and into the actual racking? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love some feedback. We tried larger boxes separate from this inventory system. We didn't really like it because it was inconsistent, but maybe we go back to something like that. I don't know. This might get a little loud, but let me show you what this looks like. You gotta align the notches like so. Payment received. I like that sound. This one has a little dent right here where my finger is. That's why it's not going through. Oh. You might hear a couple of dad noises. For you that don't know what that means, just listen to your dad. If you're lucky enough to still have one, just listen to him and the noises that he makes. All right, that one actually went really smooth, which is nice. So there's one. I have to do a few more. I'll get it done. And you may think like these are like really like super flimsy, like how is this gonna ever stand up and hold all that weight? The impressive part about these shelves is that as soon as you start adding the shelving, it locks it into place pretty dang well. So unless someone is climbing it, it's gonna hold, right? Nobody climbs this wall and it's holding. I've also anchored it in through the drywall using these dang, what are those called? The thingy that goes through the drywall after you drill it and then expands and then you pull. Toggle bolt? I think it's a toggle bolt. I'm using toggle bolts. I have 3 of these, what are they, like 2x6s? So 3 of these 2x6s into the wall and then this screwed into that. Over here, I just did 2x4s into the concrete. And on that side, I did into the drywall as well. And so far, really good. First one is done. It actually wasn't that difficult. A lot of experience from doing it before. Time for the next one. Another one is done. Notice something. If I'm just stand right here, do you notice something right in the middle? You notice this side is a lot darker than this side? There's no lights above here. And someone did bring that up. What we will have to do is get lights installed to match the aisles. We might be able to move the ones that are up there. I don't know. I'll have to consult with an electrician friend of mine and get that done. Or I need to just buy more, one more row of whatever those lights are called and just get them installed here, because there's no way. I mean, there's not even anything here right now and it's already super dark on this side. So something to figure out. Number 4 is done. Coming together rather smoothly so far. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I have a decent amount of experience because I've built, the rest of them here. But yeah, super dark over here. As you can see, the light changing. I gotta get out of here. Gotta go take care of some non-work stuff and then go home, shower, eat breakfast, kiss the ladies, and then come back here in a few hours. Until then. What do you say? So Zach's here to help. I don't know if you guys remember Zach from many videos ago. Hi Zach. And then AJ's coming too, so I'm not gonna vlog too much. We're gonna just keep on working. We'll get this done in probably an hour, hour and a half, and then hopefully they have enough time to help me move all this stuff, and I'll just update you guys in a bit. Goodbye. Back again. It's day 3 of this giant project. We finished the shelving, which was awesome. So thank you again, AJ. Thank you again, Zach, for helping out. Got my dad here today. Tata po salon. He's helping me today. We have to move all of this stuff, right? So all of this over here has to come in over here. We have to get this stuff off of these rolling carts. onto their prospective station. So that's what we're going to do right away. I think this is officially day 4 of the warehouse shelving project. Didn't vlog too much yesterday. I was there with my dad. When I'm there working with someone that's just there out of the kindness of their hearts to help, I tend not to vlog right. It's early. I tend not to vlog a lot because I don't want to be disrespectful to the help. There's only one more row I have to move. I think I'll do that first thing this morning, and then I'll pick orders out of the rearranged space, which shouldn't affect much. It actually should be easier, and I'll show you why when I get there. Anyways, I'll conclude this vlog today once I get to the warehouse. It's Monday morning now. This started Friday. Yeah, worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's 5:04 in the morning. Let's get it done. Let me show you guys the progress we made. Starting off, first of all, what a nice empty cart. Another nice empty cart. Bright lights. Okay. Notice anything different? Floor space. So much floor space. Floor space. Look at all the floor space. It's a lot of floor space. Look, looky. All right, let's go through the achievements. So the first thing is the organization. So we got all the Red Wing boots, all the Red Wing shoes up on top, off of the floor. You'll see a common theme here is that things are off of the floor. We need to use up the vertical space like I mentioned earlier in this video. All of the SAS shoes also off the floor. These are not in our current inventory system because they didn't really fit. Well, both of these, the Red Wing shoes and the SAS shoes, they don't really fit the containers, those 24 by 8 by 8. So they're up here, they're numbered, so they're super easy to find, and they're off the floor. Right below that, you notice a bunch of empty space. We can actually customize the height of these shelves so we can fit bigger items in them. And then all of the extra packaging material, which there is a little bit more inside of the actual office. I'll grab that at some point and put it up here. All that is off the floor as well. Once we need the space here, we'll start from the bottom up again, just like behind us. The other big accomplishment, obviously moving all of the inventory to empty all those shelves. Those have now been put into place. There's only the letter T or the row T that I need to do. So I'll probably do that this morning just to be done with it and put it down here. As you can see, there's a space for them. All of the extra shelving material has been properly stored for now. I am picking up that pallet jack later this morning so I can move these pallets, but now they're out of the way, which is huge because we have access to our garage door. We're going to get those 4 pallets delivered via some sort of Tommy gate off of a box truck most likely, but now we actually can bring them in without any problem and use up all the floor space. Let me give you a quick bird's eye view. If this is your first time and you don't know the size of our warehouse, it's 2,000 square feet, including 1,000 up front, which is separated by that drywall. Those are the offices. And then 1,000 feet of warehouse space, which you can see here. Eventually, this again will be the shipping station. We got storage. We have space so we can receive those pallets and start sorting. And then this is what we built and completed this weekend, this double wall of shelving. And like I mentioned, this is going to be an issue, so I got to get lighting figured out. Zach had a great idea just to get LED lights with magnetic strips and place them up on these metal beams. That should work really well. Otherwise, if they don't necessarily stick to the metal beams for whatever reason, we can also hang them from up here. There's plenty of space just to light that up. On the other side, however, I don't really see much of an issue, as I think those lights are plenty to light up that general area. So I don't know, it'll probably, if I did it super cheap, it's probably gonna cost me like a couple $100 and we'll have light up there. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna enjoy this space, twirl around while no one's looking. I'm here by myself, so who's going to judge? Maybe do a little dancing? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We'd appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave us a comment below. Engage with us. Download the Flipped app. Buy the spreadsheet. Buy something from our store. Or just watch our content if you want to support us. As always, thank you very much. I'm going to end this vlog and I'm going to start the next vlog. Stay tuned for that haul video of a lifetime of getting 4 unsorted pallets in, and I'll kind of walk you through what it's like to sort through unsorted pallets. I think it's roughly 2,000 pounds. Until then, thank you again for watching, and one more time, special thanks to Melinda, first of all, for taking care of Jessica all weekend so that I can be here to get this stuff done. Thank you to her mom. Thank you to my parents for watching her several times the last 4 days to achieve this. Thank you to Zach for coming in and helping out. Thank you to AJ coming in, helping out. And thanks to my dad, again, always willing to help. You can't do this stuff without a great support system, and we are very fortunate to have a great support system. Bye.